Hi there! Today I'm gonna finish the surface on the beam holder. I want to have something looking like this, like the old beam holder. Black paint, but perhaps a bit smoother surface. So to get there, I'm gonna apply some paint on the surfaces, but also I might do some sanding and some extra epoxy layers first. To flatten down the surfaces, I belt sand with the 80 grit paper. This will also provide a new fresh rough surface, suitable for bonding the next layer. I try to take care so I don't get any deep scratches from the belt sander. In some awkward areas I use a rasp on an oscillating multi-tool, or just a hand rasp. This has the benefit of giving the best control over the process. To seal the holes from water, I put glass into the oversized holes and add epoxy. The glass fibers are too long for the hole, so I have to push them in place. Then I use up the rest of the batch on the prepared surfaces. This layer will smoothen out the unevenness. Next day I can remove the tape, preventing the epoxy from escaping. Flip the parts over and apply a coat on the other side. After curing I can repeat the process, sanding the surface smooth. This time more hand sanding is preferable. And to get an even better result, I use lightweight epoxy filler to ferret out the smaller unevenness. This material cures fast and is easy to sand. The surface gets really smooth and is ready for the next step. I will use double coat polyurethane color. This is a 2-component polyurethane product that I like. It's mixed 2:1 by weight. If I can get into the hardener I can. It's been sitting on the shelf almost a year since last use. I just make up a batch of about 24 gram base and 12 gram hardener. This time I wipe off the edges, so that the lid will not get stuck. Gentle mixing. Then let it stand for about 30 minutes to pre-polymerize. This product floats very nice and can also be used on vertical surfaces. As long as you do not put on too much, it does not form droplets. It's even possible to paint on the underside. The only drawback is that you need to protect yourself. A mask for the fumes, double nitrile gloves for the hands, and clothes in matching color that you can take off when finished. The result is excellent, although I did not prepare the surface so much. And this is after the first coat of paint. Being in a bit of a hurry for the next boat trip, I move on. There is a time frame of about 1 to 3 days where you can apply the next coat without sanding. During this time the next layer can bind chemically to the first layer. As I was a bit too generous with the paint, I have to cut off some droplets. Before the final layer you should sand. This is to remove any dust particles. I have a go with a 180 grit paper, and as I was not careful enough with the preparation, I sand through. But it's better that I do the mistakes so you don't need to do them. I will cover it up with the final layer of paint. Using the same small batch size as before, I do not get any waste when I paint the last layer. I think it starts to look rather nice. After curing, I sand the surface where I want to adhere rubber bands. The contact adhesive I will use will bond better on a slightly rough surface. I smear the adhesive evenly on both sides before putting them together. I think this will do, and the next step is to try it in action. Why not subscribe so you don't miss joining me then?